What's happening now is in fact a volcano erupting of the crime and violence that has been created through generations. It comes a long journey from colonialism to apartheid up to now. Our men and women in uniform, like your EMS, police, nurses, doctors, are on the front line on a daily basis. They're not only treating the wounds that they have to heal.
We had 21 calls last night. Stab, chest, stab, neck. Most of our calls were assaults. But please, if you're not going to phone an ambulance later, please go to the doctor or the clinic tomorrow. Take care. Thank you very much. Pleasure. Where you live says a lot. Like this is a sewage drain. And it makes you sick. Reference number 2199. Call back, please.
Okay, we'll call back.
We have the locations where we have shacks and things. We have the upper class areas as well.
But that's mostly for suicides and overdoses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Karaja, can we stand down on this one and move to the next?
Okay, 01, where are you in this world?
Good evening. We've hooked up with law enforcement, so we are heading towards the call. There is no way that you can go in without any law enforcement or SAPS or anything like that. And here they are, coming out. The military is in the area for safety purposes. It's all about scene safety and community safety and obviously our safety. There's a few people saying positive things and there's a lot of negativity. Like I said, it all remains to be seen at the end of the day.
We have a traumatized health system that have to give service to a traumatized community and society. Hanover Park, the hospital is barbed wire, closed down. The hospital resembles a prison. Is that the face of the hospital? I've never thought 45 would be the age for me. I've always said this, by the age of 30, I would be dead at the way things go. And I think I was about 15 when I echoed that words into the universe. I went to testifying in court against a prominent gang leader. They shot at my house in Mandenburg. When the journalists came and looked at the house and the cartridges, they were like, nobody got hurt. And I said to them, the fridge and the stove and the plates and the cups are all dead. Where's my socks? That's nie bring my kous en die tekkies. In this witness protection process, this is our third place that we are living in. I try to keep it as normal as possible. My daughter are not able to attend school. The schools are a bit afraid to take my daughter on. We are in limbo because why? Being an activist doesn't pay. a salary. You do it out of the good will of your heart. So, besides all of that, your bread and butter issues, where you don't have at times food to eat, where you go out of electricity, there is no data. You practically living on the wing of an angel every day of your life. My grandfather said, no matter if you had to die for the truth, then you have to die for the truth. I think the big question on many people's minds is, why would a woman do this much, putting herself in danger, knowing what lies ahead? It does not stop the work from going on.
We all feel that we are in captivity in our own homes. Lavendale is a very nice place. It's just been changing around due to the fact that gang violence and too many guns has come into the hands of all the wrong people. When I heard that the army will be deployed into the different communities, I actually had mixed feelings because what if the soldiers decide to start shooting on a guy with a machine gun and the guy maybe shoots back at them? It's easy for somebody, say for instance, that stays in Tableview or stays in Constantia to say, yeah, but the army this and the army that. But if you stay within the area and see day-to-day murders and children being killed and guys running with guns, then you would know what it is really like, how the happiness comes into people's hearts that the army is actually within the areas affected by gang violence. That's my backyard there, where the guys are sitting. We set up this place to allow the children to have a safe space to play in and to come to.
If the shooting is out there, we are safe here and our parents know we are. We are a team that is building the team more bigger.
I think the reason why they've actually dumped everybody in these different spaces, just where the group areas at, is just so that we can just start deteriorating, because why we won't be dependent on ourselves, but we will have to depend on somebody else. But in the end, we have to deal with it. We have to rise above our circumstances. So eventually everything comes to an end. The shooting will also come to an end. If it stops in the next 2 months, these kids will then forget that it ever happened until it happens again.
My daughter is crazy about unicorns.